Take a look at the red light camera debate right now. The city of St. Pete voted last week to take the cameras down. Joining me now, Councilman Newton. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You voted against it. You voted to have the red light cameras taken out. And also with me is Melissa Wandel. Your husband died at an intersection, I think it was 10 years ago, your husband Mark.
Yes. We're
going to talk about that in a second. First of all, Councilman, what was the situation? Why was the decision made to say, you know what, let's get rid of him?
Well, first and foremost, my condolences to your loss. I think that was tragic. However, what happened was that last year the legislature enacted new rules that kind of prohibit the revenue from right-hand turns. And as you know, 2/3 of the revenue that came into the city of St. Pete was from right-hand turns. So if you take away 2/3, at least 1/3, then the program, they said it does not become cost-effective or cost-beneficial because it'll start costing the city eventually. I think at last workshop, we were up about $14,000.
Melissa, what was the circumstances surrounding your husband's death in 2003?
My husband and brother went out for a quick bite to eat, and they were stopped at a red light. My brother turned left when the green arrow came on to come home, just a mile home. And a motorist driving anywhere from 49 to 51 miles an hour ran the light and T-boned my brother's car, killing my husband immediately and seriously injuring my brother.
I'm not trying to sound callous here, but do you think a red light camera, that would have helped the situation?
Well, I think, number one, I think it's about, for me, it was about moving forward, because I've never been the one that said that a camera is going to prevent somebody from being killed in an intersection. They reduce the risk, which leads to less injuries and death. And also what that does is that gives the loss leads to an economic impact for our communities. So I think that it reduces the risk, and I think that moving forward for my husband, it will reduce the risk for somebody else so that they won't be killed at these intersections.
Okay, so Councilman, we've seen the numbers drop when it comes to the number of people being cited for running a red light. And, you know, like you were talking about, one of the major reasons we're getting rid of it. What happens when the cameras go away and people say, hey, you know what, there's no camera there anymore, I might as well just go through this?
Well, it's things that we can do, and I'm hopeful that our city can enact all red, which clears the intersection. We can also increase the yellow light time at all our intersections with a keyboard in 30 minutes to make sure that people have ample time to get through and not have any rear-end collisions or anything else that's abundant with that. So, and going forward, I think that it's a lot that can be learned from it. First and foremost, the problem with City of St. Petersburg, not to speak for City of St. Petersburg, was this program was not fully vetted. We piggybacked off of Miami to try to preempt the state before they outlawed red light cameras. If you got a program in place, then you get grandfathered. Doing that, the 5 council people that voted for it relinquished all their power. So the only power we had for the people that saying we should have tweaked it and we shouldn't have thrown out the baby with the bathwater, the only power the council had was to kill it, and that was it. In a scrum-mayor format of government, the mayor was holding all the aces, and that's what happened.
Do you see this as a step back?
I don't see it as a step back. I see that the unfortunate part is I do believe that the program did work, because they want to shut the program down because it's not making any more money, because people comply. And so the cameras are doing what they were designed to do. I think that it's a mistake to just shut the program down for me, but I'm not in the city council, I'm not in St. Pete, so I can appreciate exactly the decisions they have to make, but I do think that they reduce the risk, and I think it opens it up for people to continue running red lights.
You may not be in political office, but you are taking steps here. You have a bill in memory of your husband. What's that?
I do. It's the Mark Wandel Traffic Safety Act. It puts the human value on the red light safety cameras. And the red light safety cameras reduce the risk for somebody else to go out. And it's my husband's life-saving legacy. He was killed. He died when we were 9 months pregnant with our daughter, and our daughter was born 2 weeks later. So she has lived this life without my husband, and I promised him, although he had already passed at that intersection, that I would make a reason for what had happened that night, and to make sure that it doesn't happen to other families. Red light safety cameras reduce the risk.
Melissa, thoughts and prayers with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Councilman, thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.
Laura.
John.